Welcome to Get Forked. This is the first video I'm uploading. I do have a co-host. His name's Bruce Leroy. He may have to leave. He may stay through the video. He's an expert at chess. He gets extremely upset when he sees bad chess moves happen. And we're going to be critiquing and reviewing a buddy of mine's game. So this is one of his games, and we're going to give it a review. So here we go. All right, so here we go. Move number one. Pawn out e4, that's standard. We do our Caro Kann pawn. Knight comes out. We'll get into this later, what you do in this situation. We'll just look at what happens in the game first. He pushes the pawn up. I don't like this move. I know why he's doing it. I told him to, because the advance, you push this knight out. So this is kind of my mistake for telling him to do that. But you don't do it every time. You do it when this pawn moves up. Anyway. So that takes, he pushes, that's a good move, attacking the knight. Knight comes here. Knight is targeting this. He moves this pawn to kick out the knight, but the knight was going to move anyway. It was going to go there anyway. So that's kind of a wasted move. Make sure you look at what is threatened by the opponent's piece before you go kicking it out like that. Takes, we give a check for no reason. Don't give checks like this that are easily blocked. Because now he's probably going to move that bishop. Yep, and we have to move our queen. So we take a pawn, bishop comes out, and we move our queen here, and it gets taken, and that's the end of the game. My buddy resigns. Take a quick look at this. Why did you move this here? Even if this bishop was not in existence on the board, this does nothing, so don't do that. Develop pieces. If you don't know where your piece is going to go after or why you're moving a piece up, then don't do it when you have tons of other options like moving this, knight out, get castled. You know, you have nothing developed, so that's bad. All right, now we'll look at what to do during the Tartakower variation. And this is really simple. You take, they take, you go like this. And then they come out like so. And I'll show a couple of my games to show you exactly how to play this, but that's the basic idea of it. Knight comes, or then you castle. Rook would be here. You move the rook over. Knight comes here. Knight comes here. Pretty simple. So as we see here, this is my game. I love this. I'm like, oh yeah, here we go, baby. Let's do this. We're winning. Take. Knight out. He takes. I take. And this is the actual game I'm playing. So I bring this out so I can castle quicker. He brings this out. Not really attacking anything because everything's defended. Maybe trying to prevent me from moving my bishop here. Maybe he wants a bishop trade. I don't really care. You can see he castles right away. He knows that this rook is coming. And he gets his king out of the way. That happens a lot. I move my rook over anyway because I want to control the open file on E. Pawn comes down. Oh, this, I remember this game, I think. So this is weird when they push this pawn that quick. So I bring this out, pinning the knight to the king. And I think, if I remember, I have ideas of lining my queen up, maybe. Actually, I don't remember what I was thinking, but maybe that's what I thought. I don't know. Now, here we can take with the pawn or the knight. I take with the knight. At least I hope I do, because you should take with the knight because it develops a piece and it takes a pawn. So you should take with the knight. See, best move. So don't just snap take, too. That's another thing people do. My buddy does it. Lower rated players do it. Sometimes I do it still, but I try not to because I'm cognizant of it. So I try to make corrections to my mistakes. And snap taking is bad. Like, because you'll just take with a pawn and you'll ruin your structure. And a lot of the times you don't need to. Take with a piece, especially if it develops the piece. Puts your piece in a better position. It opens up your rook. Like, you would never take this with the pawn in this case. Or you shouldn't. Okay, queen over. I'm lining up a battery here. I take to probably open this up. So I'm sacrificing a bishop for a pawn to get initiative on their king and get a file open. Also, another powerful idea in these is a rook lift, so you can bring the rook up and come over with check, or come here and pin something if the king happens to move here, pin this, and then get your queen over here on this file, or, like there's all kinds of attacking ideas. You guys probably know how to attack at a corner, but I'm just showing how good this setup is at doing that. So I take, and my bishop is defended by my queen. So I feel like a mate is maybe coming soon. And he brings this up. So a rook lift would actually be really good right now. I do have to be cognizant that he can move his queen over here and bring the bishop in, and that could cause me some issues. So you should be aware of stuff like that. You should be looking at what they can do also. Like you're on some awesome attack here, or I am, but you also need to be aware that that bishop's right there with the queen right here and another bishop here. Like this can, maybe come here, blocking the king's square to go there. This could come, taking, and then I have a lot of issues as soon as my queen is out of here, especially if I rook lift. You have to be aware of counterplay. So I bring my knight to attack the queen, and also this square may be good. So jumping my knight on this square, it's free. I can do it. It's not defended. And it also prevents the king from moving to this square. So that's probably what I'm thinking. I'm attacking the queen, slowing down his initiative, and I have a good square to jump to in the future to help out with maybe mating. So queen moves there. That's a good. I think it's a good move. Computer doesn't. Computer wants him to sack this and have this move here, and then probably move the queen like here with check, or something. But I take the bishop. He doesn't take that back because it's defended. Ooh, and I take. See this rook move, this rook to e8 in this variation is so powerful because eventually it's gonna just wreak havoc a lot of the times on the open file. Very good. And yeah, okay, so I take. He misses that. He just rook blind spot misses because that piece had been sitting there a while, right? Like you don't always think about the rooks at lower ranks, sub 1,000, when these pieces have been sitting there a while, and especially if you're under pressure. So, I don't know. Anyway, at that point, he resigned. So we'll look at one more game with the Tartakower. Here's another example of a real life game of mine. So again, when I see that, I'm like, yeah, let's go. See, that was actually well, no, that wasn't a mistake. So a lot of the times this will happen. When this comes out, they're like, oh, I can check. Yeah, okay, cool, dude. I'm just gonna block it with this. So what? You checked. Way to go. Now your queen's about to be lined up with your king. It's almost like a wasted move, that check. Because it doesn't prevent me from doing what I want to do. Now my rook is lined up here. So with that rook lined up, it's a discovered attack. If I can actually move this and do a check in the future, this queen wouldn't be able to move and I'd be able to grab it, right? Even just doing something like this, the queen has to move and then I get a knight, if this piece wasn't defended. So discovered attacks like that at 600 rank, 700 rank, 800 rank, 900 rank, they pay off and they work along with pins and forks. That's how you win games, I think, at the rank I'm at currently. The computer even says to go there, I guess. No, it didn't. I'm stupid. So I think in this game, a lot of the times when they castle long like that, I start to form an attack almost right away. Like I'll sack a bishop to open up their king. Like I'll go sack this, he'll take, I come in with the queen. Maybe I bring my knight in this case. I bring my rook up. Like it's over. It's over. So powerful, the Tartakower. At least at lower rank. Maybe it's not good at higher rank. 1,500, 2,000 rank. I don't know. But it's good at lower rank. It's good at 1,000 and below. I'll tell you that. Look at this. Just sacking bishops. And then, look at that. Boom. Planning that. I remember thinking about this. I was like, oh my God, I'm so smart. Like, so cocky. I'm like, this guy's going down, man. Get forked. F you. But, yeah. So he come down. He's moving bishops over there, trying to do something. Bring my pawn up. Thinking I'm probably about moving that there. Knight's covering it, right? But I do it anyway. And I think this was a brilliant move. I think that was a brilliant move. If I remember correctly, there was a brilliant move in this game, I think. Which is pretty awesome. I only have like 20 of them or something. I went through and looked at all my wins. And in all my wins, I have like between 15 and 20 brilliant moves. So they're kind of hard to get. This is also lined up. The reason I don't pin this is obviously because nothing is defending this square. So where did my knight move from? So if my knight could have moved to defend this, maybe that would have been a good idea. Like if I move my knight here, then move this over. He may have seen that coming and just move his queen. Also, actually, this queen, so I needed to check. This queen is lined up, so I need to be careful of that. That's probably why I checked and didn't do that other plan. So check and take the queen. I forked him. Get forked. Yeah. See, I don't even know what I'm talking about. I'm just watching this game like you guys. I kind of remember. But yeah, so I check with fork. That's beautiful. Now I got his queen off the board. Now it's just over. It's cleanup time. And this is an interesting situation too. He brings that over. And I was tempted to take, but then he takes, and then I come up here with check. I don't remember. So I did do that. And I remember calculating and thinking for a while on this, because I only have 3 minutes left. He's got even less time. So we were both like in deep thought doing calculations, doing hardcore 900. Actually, I was 904 here, calculations. Then I'm thinking about coming here, trying to get this rook, probably. And then he's out of time. But that, these are two examples. And most of my games like this with the Tartakower go this way. So if you play the Caro Kann and you get this, like, do what I showed you. Jump it in. Knight out. Like that. Whatever happens, bring that out. If they check you, then bring the other one. But your bishops end up here. You prefer to do this one first so you can castle quicker. And then this rook move is important. And then this knight ends up coming here a lot of the times. This is where you want that knight at the beginning so it prevents any mates here. I've said that before, but that's important too. Because you don't want to get some dirty bishop sacrifice, Greek gift, queen, bishop thing coming down here. All right, dude, we're almost done. But yeah, anyway, check it out. Try it out. Tartakower, Caro Kann. When that happens, in order for it to work, this needs to be like this. And then, again, real quick, just like that. Once you get here, bishop, bishop. You know what I'm doing. Arrows, castle, rook over to e1, lining up here. Knight over. Like this, boom, boom, and then get an attack. Whichever side they castle on, start attacking. All right. Have a good one, guys.